Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Do It For Yourself. So today I'm a little excited with this new product I want to demonstrate for you. Actually it's a couple of items. The first one would be this Armor Snow Foam Car Wash. Now I'm going to demonstrate, well first let me say that I purchased this at my Costco and it was just under $14. And I thought that was a pretty good value for so much soap. But this soap is more for foam cannons. And if you don't know what a foam cannon is, it's something like this. Okay? Basically, you measure whatever they say to measure in here into a 1 gallon container, which is 1 ounce per 1 gallon. And then you put that in here, and then you attach this to your pressure washer, okay? And you can adjust the spray pattern, either wide or not so wide, and the amount of suds that you want. I always have it on maximum, so because we want the maximum suds, right? And you can also turn this and either go horizontally or vertically. Most people are probably going to use this in a vertical position, this spray pattern. So I think, when you get it directly from Amazon, just leave it as it is, except for the adjustment on the snow foam knob to get the maximum suds. Now back to this here. So here's the deal. In the past, I've always used cold water with my foam concentrate, and it's not to say that you can't do that, and they don't say otherwise in the instructions, but I have never tried it with warm or hot water. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually boiling a little bit of hot water, only because the water that I have going through my outside spigot is very hard. So I want to try this with some clean water, some reverse osmosis water. So I basically just went to my reverse osmosis, to the sink where my reverse osmosis is hooked up to, and I poured approximately 1 gallon into a pot, and I'm having that heat up right now. Now I'm not going to put it in there, put it in a gallon container while it's steaming hot. Just basically when it gets warm, so that when I put the foam, when I put some of that warm water inside here, the idea is that the warm water will agitate the soap even better. So, but we're going to try it 2 different ways. We're going to try it with warm water in the recommended amount of soap, but in this case, instead of 1 ounce, we're going to use 3 ounces, and then we're going to try it with cold water with 3 ounces of soap. And that's this soap again that I purchased from Costco for $13.99. Anyway, so just hang on, and we'll be right back to do this demonstration. Also, before I forget, I'm using a commercial washer for this demonstration. You don't need a commercial washer. If you have an electric washer but with similar attachments that's at least 3,000 psi or even 1,700 psi, as long as it has this attachment on it. Hey, where you going? This is my dog. Sometimes he likes to bark everything. Sometimes I get afraid he's going to go running out somewhere. Then you're okay. You can still do it. Anyway, hang on so we can do this demonstration and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. So here is some of the water that I boiled to get it down to like a warm. It's a little hot, but we're going to pour about 1 gallon. And then, and also I want to mention that the water that came out of the reverse osmosis, if we test the TDS on it, okay, we're at 0 right now. Okay. So my reverse osmosis is not great. but it's better than 600 plus TDS. We're at 63. Now, if I were to pull this water from an outside tank that I have over here that actually filters out all of my hard water before I pressure wash, I would have zero TDS. And I'll show you what that looks like. Let's head to it right now so you guys can see it. So basically, I have this line that runs to my deionizer, which is over there. Okay, the water I got in that pot is just from my reverse osmosis by my sink. But if you look over here, I have this hose running to my deionizer. Then I got another line that goes from here directly to this tank. And then this membrane over here, well, I'm sorry, this system over here filters out all the hard water that's in my city water. And then it filters out through this membrane. And then it trickles into this. I have whatever comes out of that membrane, whatever water comes out of that membrane, trickle into this container until it gets full. And then the water in here that comes out is, by the time it exits that membrane and goes into this tank, the water from the city, you're looking at about 15 TDS, total dissolved solids. So it went from 600 to 650 total dissolved solids, that's hard water from the city, to almost 15 TDS, sometimes even less. Then, again, it goes from this line, 15 TDS, all the way to my deionizer. And once it goes through the deionizer, once I turn on the washer, by the time it comes out the end of my pressure washer, because my pump from my pressure washer pulls the water, it's 0 TDS. And I have a video that explains how I set all that up. But yeah, that's how I get my 0 TDS, if anyone's wondering. You know, sorry for the back and forth. So let's go ahead and we're gonna take this water, pour it into the 1 gallon, and then we're gonna add 3 ounces of the Armor All foam wash that I got at Costco. Then we're gonna rinse my car with the 0 TDS water that comes from the tank. So I don't have to worry about getting hard spots. All right, here we go. So it says to shake it really well. It is a little thick, which I like. We're gonna measure it. 3 ounces exact. It's really windy today, so we got 2 ounces, 3 ounces. All right. That's about a little more. Okay. See that? So I shook it up, and it looks like it's 4 ounces. Wait a minute. It looks like it's 4 ounces, but it's really not. It's more like right in the middle between 2 and 4. So we'll say about 3 ounces right there. Now we're going to pour this into this 1 gallon container. Then we're going to take this warm water. Whoop. What a mess, man. You might want to find a better way to do this, guys. I'm just trying to... This isn't going to give me 1 gallon, by the way. That's okay. I'll add a little water because it was really hot anyway. Okay, that's good. Otherwise, it'll just foam all over the place. All right, it's still warm. Cool. The whole idea is to be able to mix it into a gallon like this when you use the Foam Canon, and then put on the shelf what you don't use, come back and use it again when you're ready to clean your car or cars. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side. And so now we're going to pour. This is approximately, it says here, can't really see, 32 ounces. So this is a 32 ounce container, so we're going to fill it to the line. Let's kind of shake it up a little bit. You don't want a hard shake, just move it some. Okay. Now we have some for later. And there it is. Now we're going to place the Foam Canon adjustment nozzle onto it. This has got a wide mouth, so that's what I like about it. It's plastic to plastic, which is what I also like about it. Plus, when you set it down, it doesn't tip over like some of the other ones I've had in the past. I wish the base was a little wider, but this will work. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera and we're going to face my washer. And once you see it, you're going to go, oh my God, that's a huge washer. There it is, guys. Okay, so this here, when I used to run a company, a pressure washing company, this is a cold water 3500 to 4000 psi, 6 gallon a minute, Landa, a belt-driven pressure washer. And this thing has done so much work for me. I don't even know where to begin to tell you. Where a machine like this pays off the most is the gallons per minute, because you'll find that, here's a front view of it. You will find that if you had to buy one of these at a Landa dealership or something similar online, you're going to spend anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000. Okay, so let's explain it a little bit. I have my unloader here and my bypass system, so that when my machine is idling, the water runs through the pump, so that the pump constantly has water going through it, and it doesn't seize up. So that's what's good about this. It regulates the water flow. Okay, you can also regulate the pressure with this right here, this little nozzle system. All right, so if I want it, I can go from 3500, 4000 psi all the way down to whatever, 1700 if I'd like. But I find you don't really need to use this much, because what you really should do, if you're going to need to adjust your pressure, is really have one of these. This is what you need. If I can find it online, I'll put it in the description. But I kind of, when I was in the business, I kind of customized this a little bit. It comes like with this adjustment handle, where you can adjust it down to 0 all the way down to 4,000 or more psi. All right. Having one of these on the end of your gun is really nice to have when you're cleaning anything, so that you don't have a lot of pressure going at it. I know there are systems out there, like pressure washing guys out there and pressure washers out there, where they go straight from the gun to the tip, and you've got this high amount of pressure always moving out. But this, you don't need to do that with. This right here, you can actually adjust it from here too. But I don't need this on here actually. All you really need on here is one of these 25s, which is pretty common in the industry. Okay? Just one of those. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the camera. And so you could see me actually use the Foam Canon. And just, right now we're just here to see what the suds look like on the car. That's it, guys. We're not here to show how clean it makes it or anything like that. There are tons of videos you can watch out there that show you all of that. I'm just trying to show you a real world experiment of what it's like to use my pressure washing system with my adjustment nozzle handle and this new Foam Canon Armor All soap that I purchased from Costco. Okay? I know I'm blabbering on. Some of you might say, God, quit talking and get to the point. But it is what it is. Okay, so it's going to be pretty loud because it is gas. This is the benefit of electric, is you don't have to listen to that gas engine, but I really love this machine. Okay. Here we go. Alright guys, tell me what you think. Now, that's basically what you get. It seems to me to be a little runny, but I mean, it works. It works for me. I think you could get away with 2 ounces per gallon. But I'm gonna leave it like that. You know, I think that, here, let's try it a little more. I know there are some systems that set up even more. And I used to have a Foam Canon that did really good, but it just broke on me. Yeah, I don't think it matters if you use cold or warm, to be honest. I think you would yield the same result if it were cold. But you know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's rinse this down real quick. Adjust the pressure. One thing I'm going to say is my machine is actually starving for water right now because I have it hooked up to too small of a line. So I need to increase that size hose to about 3/4 inches instead of the 3/8 inch that I have to it right now. Once I put in a little wider, a little bigger hose, I'll get a lot more water through the machine, because this is a 6 gallon minute machine, and it's saying, hey, I need more water to give you more gallons per minute, and so it feels more like it's not struggling for water. That's why you see it pulsate. That's the only reason why. Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, I said I would try this with cold water, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. So I went ahead and filled this up about halfway with cold water, and basically what I did was I took the gallon that I had and shut off the camera, waited for it to cool down, and then put the balance of cold water in here instead of having to mix a whole new container and everything. So that's basically all I did. Let's see what kind of results we yield by doing it that way. I don't know, what do you guys think? It seems to me like even when it had warm water in it, that it still wasn't like, it still seems a little runny, you see, right there? Not entirely sure why. I mean, I guess that might be sufficient for some, but I think I remember when I used to use this one gave me some awesome results, but it broke right here at the nozzle. But this one's like $100 off of Water Cannon's website. The one I got that got good reviews was like under $23. So I don't know. I mean, it got great reviews. People seem to like it. Maybe I need to put more soap in it. Maybe I need to go from 3 ounces to 4 ounces. But by the time you do that, maybe you should just go to your local car wash store like Chemical Guys and get their ultimate, sud foaming soap then, right? But I'm just saying, if you're looking for value, this might be the ticket. This might be the way to go. I think I'm going to try and put some in this, see if this will work, because I had this set. I don't know how. See, the little sud adjustment nozzle broke here. Maybe I can use it. Let's try it. Okay. So I poured the balance of what was in that other container and put it in here. Now this whole system is kind of old. There we go. All right. Let's see if this will work. so used to hearing that sound. Also, since it's been watered down, that could also play a factor in it too, right? If it's watered down, a little harder for the suds to stick to something that's wet than if it were dry. So, but it still shouldn't be so runny, I don't think. All right, let's try this other foam cannon and hope it works out. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. Yeah, it's toast. It doesn't work at all, and it's my fault. Okay, guys. Well, let's bring the camera over this way. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. So you saw how the soap laid on when it was warm. You saw how it was laid on when it was cold. I don't think that it's going to make a difference either way. I know there are professional car washing guys out there that claim that if you use warm water or hot water that you're going to get better suds. I even think that there are some soaps that say to add warm water. This doesn't say otherwise. It just says add 1 gallon of water to 1 ounce of soap, and to mix it first. It comes out pretty thick. It seems to do the job. I think that it's better than sticking mitts into a bucket all day long cleaning 4 cars. If you're just looking to soap something down quickly, then this probably is your best value. I think, it shows on the picture here how suddy you can get it. Now, it could also be that maybe I'm not using enough, but 3 ounces to 1 gallon to me seems like a lot. If I end up using 4 ounces of this stuff, I mean, that's okay, because if you go over the car once with the soap and you get the kind of sud action that you want with 3 to 4 ounces, then 1 gallon of this stuff is going to last you a little while, right? So I would recommend it if, I don't stand anything to get from this. I don't have like an associate link or anything. This is just something I bought from Costco that I thought I would give a try. I bought 2 gallons of it. I think I'm going to keep both gallons. It also smells good. It smells like kind of grapey in a way. It says here, it's tested safe for all vehicles, intense foaming action, pH neutral, and helps suds last. The hydrating agents in here. So, yeah, I would buy it again. I would buy it again. In fact, I'm gonna stick with this because right now to buy something similar online because the cool thing about Costco is if you don't like it, you can take it back, and I don't have any issues with it. I think if you were to put an extra ½ ounce, like 3.5 ounces per 1 gallon, that you would be good to go. I really do, because you saw the sud. It was a little runny, but I mean, it works. I think it works. Some guys, they show these sud actions on these cars, man, and it sticks, and they go all out. But anyway, I'm just an average guy showing you an average wash. All for now. If you like what you've seen, give it a like. If you don't like what you've seen, give it a thumbs down. Give me a comment. Let me know from your professional experience, if you do this for a living, where I could go to do something or to do it better. Also, I have an electric 1700 PSI pressure washer. I would like to try it with that, but the attachment I have on the end of the hose won't fit my handle, so I've got to rig something up for that. Ultimately, I'll probably end up using my 1700 pressure washer just because it's a little easier. It's already connected, and it's 1.2 gallons a minute, which is perfect for my deionizer, and it's not starving for water all the time. So I'll probably end up using that to feed my whole. Here, let me show you. So basically, what I have here is I have this. You could tell the difference. It's kind of cheaply made. And this hose I got off Amazon. I'll put it in the link. These are really nice, guys. These are about 50 feet long, but they're very flexible. Very flexible. And even when it's cold out, they don't stiffen up on you. But it only has these like little M22, I think they call it, connections. See? So this will not fit on the bottom of my gun because this is a 3/8 and my gun takes a 1/4 inch. So I have to fit it to where it takes a 3/8 inch. But I think I'll end up just using this. I'll rig it to where I can just use that. The soap nozzle system should also work on this. You know what I just thought, guys? You know what I just thought? I think I can hook up the foam cannon to this. You know what? We'll be right back. I thought I was over. Let's try it on the 1700 PSI because that's what most people have, and it's electric and it's quiet. So we'll be right back. Okay, guys. It took me some time, but I finally figured out why my electric pressure washer wasn't working, and it had something to do with the pump that pumps from the tank to the deionizer. Yeah. Anyway, got it fixed. At least I think I did. So, as where we left off before, I ended up adding some of that soap into this foam cannon. We're gonna see how it lays on my car at 1700 PSI with 1.2 gallons a minute. Okay, so let's give it a try. Oh, that's not coming out good. Yeah, it's pretty runny. Here's the thing. They say that this comes with a 1.0 nozzle in here, but if that were the case, it should not be spitting out that kind of those kinds of suds. It should be more thicker. Not entirely sure why. All right, let's wash this down. Oh, just a second here. Let's try something. Yeah. Okay guys, so here are my final thoughts. When we used the gas pressure washer with that foam cannon, the end result on those suds were a lot better than when we went to 1700 psi at 1.2 gallons a minute. A lot of times it has something to do with the orifice in the foam cannon. I may need to size down a nozzle to get this to work with my electric pressure washer. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. In order to create more foam at a lower PSI. I'll show you what those nozzles look like. So I'm going to go back to the description and on Amazon to see exactly what it says, but here's what the nozzle looks like. Hopefully I'm not, oh, look at my fat fingers in the way. Can you see that? There's a hole. That hole in that foam cannon is probably a size too big. And I've always had really good results with my $90 foam cannon with my pressure washer, but never actually used it with an electric pressure washer. And I hate to dismantle the nozzle. I bought the nozzle because it says it's good, the foam cannon, because it said it was good for pressures between 1,000 and 3,000 psi. Well, if that were the case and you were getting the kind of suds you're supposed to get with it, then it should have really sudded up at 1,700 psi, running 1.2 gallons a minute. I say, if you're just looking to soap your car down without having to do it by hand, sure, buy the foam cannon. It got great reviews, guys. Maybe somebody can tell me what I'm doing wrong here. I've tried 2 different washers. And so I really do think it's the nozzle, the hole size on the nozzle. Probably needs to come down even less. Anyway, all for now. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, I know we're back again, but I decided to go ahead and see what size nozzle we have in there. I looked on the Amazon description for this foam cannon. It says it's good for 1,000 to 3,000 psi. Sure, yeah, it's good if you just want the soap to lay on there. But if you want it really suddy, then the nozzle size matters. So maybe it does say something about it in the comments or something, but this is the standard size nozzle, a 1.1 that you would use in one of these foam cannons. So my understanding is the way to get to it is by opening this. Okay, I do see it in there. There's also a screen in the way. Looks like that'll come up really easy. Alright, so let's get something to get that screen out. I'm sure that screen is in there to prevent any debris from blocking the nozzle from working. Okay, so we got that. And so there it is in there. So you get a little flathead screwdriver in there and turn it. And we're gonna, hopefully it'll say the size that's in there too. I can already tell just by looking at the size holes that this one is a lot smaller than this one. But let's give it a try. I'm a little excited. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. So this is the one that I just took out, and this is the one I'm going to put in. Now if you look at the hole size from the back of it, the new one looks smaller. It looks like this is the 1.1. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, we are back. So we changed out that tip to a 1.1, and I did notice that the hole size on that tip we changed out to was smaller than the tip that came with the foam cannon that I got. So basically, this is the way it looks. Now, I did take out, here, let me see something. Okay, so I did take out, again, the nipple, changed it out for the smaller orifice, and let's see what it does. Getting it just right, you know? Let me see. It's still a little runny, but not as bad as having the other tip. I don't know. I wish my other foam cannon was working. Alright guys, there you have it. So I changed out the nozzle to a 1.1 that I bought specifically for this purpose. I've got it hooked up to an electric pressure washer running 1700 psi at 1.2 gallons a minute. When I had it hooked up to my gas machine, it made some nice foam. That was running at 3200 to 3500 psi at 6 gallons a minute. So, I don't know. I think if you're looking just for a soap job, this is your ticket. If you're looking for something that's kind of really foamy, I don't know that this is your ticket. Maybe it's the Costco foam, solution that I'm using, but again, the foam was pretty good when I used it with the gas washer, and that was with the bigger size hole as well. So I'm assuming now that I got a smaller hole on this one, it may even run I may even get more of a sud action on my gas washer. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope I didn't, well, I know I talked a lot. So anyway, please subscribe, please share if you like, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Do It For Yourself. So, I actually waited another day and here's what I've concluded. A lot of these guys that use these foam cannons are actually they're putting in the dosage into the container and then they're adding the liquid into the container. So if what I showed you earlier where the instructions on the container on this one here showed that you should do 3 ounces or 1 ounce per gallon, I ended up doing 3 ounces per gallon. Now you can still do that and stretch this out for a long time. But if you really want suds, I think that we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to put a lot more concentrate and a lot less water. And in this case, what I did with this is I took that Armor All Costco snow foam car wash, and I added 3 ounces to this, and then I filled it to almost about 32 ounces of deionized water. Let's see how that works with this foam wash. Okay, so hang on, and we're going to go ahead and set up shop. Okay, so over here I have my 3-bucket system. And I learned this from a guy on YouTube. I'll try to put his channel up if I can remember where I saw him. I've always had a 2-bucket system, but never a third for my tires, which I think is a great idea because your tires get nasty. Now, prior to doing any cleaning, one of the things that I did was used a wheel cleaner. And I'll show you what that looks like. This Meguiar's wheel cleaner is amazing stuff, but it's very expensive. I think I spent $10 for this. It's not worth it, guys. I mean, it's worth it if you have really bad wheels and they've got a lot of brake dust on them and they're just dirty. This has got an acidic value to it that will break all that up, and then all you have to do is come back and rinse off and dry. Well, you don't have to use this. Instead of this, you can use a product called Super Clean. And I don't have a photo of that, but basically I have it here. This is basically an all-around cleaner, Super Clean, that you can get from your Walmart. This is just a mix of like 5 ounces to 20 ounces of water. And you can use this on your tires. Okay? You can actually use it on your headlights and things like that, but make sure you read the instructions on the dilution rate, because this is strong stuff, but you can use it on a lot of different product. All right, the Super Clean stuff. It comes in like, I think, a purple container at Walmart, or you can just look it up online. Okay, so what we actually came here for. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spray this car with, I've got a different car today because this car needs to be cleaned, and my daughter took the other car. So, all right, that's good. I'm gonna rinse it down with some water first, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the foam cannon with the ratio that I discussed about earlier. Okay, so just 1 second. Okay, so it's dirty. Got some stuff on here. I don't know what it is. So because I only had a white car for my demonstration today, we're just gonna have to get up close and personal to see how those suds sit on that wet hood, okay? So let's go ahead and try that. I'm crossing my fingers, guys, because I really want to keep this foam cannon, but it doesn't matter because I went and ordered another higher quality foam cannon system. It's called the MJJCC foam cannon, and I think some of you may know what that is. But anyway, let's give it a try. Oops, okay. I've got it all the way up to foam. Oh yeah, I think it'll work. Let's see. Okay. A little better using this 1.2 gallon, 7 per minute, 1700 PSI electric washer that I have. I really just wanted to use that instead of hooking it up to a gas washer. Honestly, it's got good coverage, and I'm using a 1.1 nozzle. So I would say, yeah, for value, this will be your ticket. Unless you want to spend upwards of about $75 to almost $100 for a better foam cannon system, this will serve your purpose, man. I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna clean I'm a bus driver, so I'm gonna clean my bus with it. But then I have another one coming in that I'm gonna just use my cars for. Anyway, guys, you see the coverage on the window. You see how it all is. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment. Feel free to give me advice. Take care and have a great day.